Hello to everyone. I welcome you all on ABHIPEDIA regulatory body platform. And today we have a very special session, a session on NABARD topper. And in this session, we have a very humble topper that her name is Pavithra Devi. And she recently got selected in the NABARD Grade A Assistant Manager exam, which is a very, very competitive exam. So we are going to talk about how she cracked this exam, book list, strategy, and what was her previous background, academic as well as this competitive background. So first of all, congratulations, Pavitra. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm fine, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, Pavitra, first of all, my first question to you is that tell me something about yourself, your family background, your academic qualification.
I'm Pavitra. I'm from Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu. And my parents are in government service, Tamil Nadu government service. And I've been preparing for UPSC civil service examination after completing my engineering graduation. And after 5 attempts, and this time I gave a first attempt for NABARD exam.
Okay, okay. So you have already given 5 attempts in the UPSC CSC, right? So
Yes,
possible
sir.
it is very long journey, and finally you got a very good job also. Now, what are the changes that you feel after clearing this exam?
Yes, so since after graduation, 5 years, everybody got settled, and I was only keeping preparing for examinations in my friend circle. And I started getting self doubt. Though I gave two mains examination, I was able to clear two prelims. I had some self doubt, and I wanted to get into some service, not keep my knowledge idly. So getting into an award, I think I got some purpose for all the work that I've been doing for 5 years.
So you
It
cracked.
has boosted my confidence so
Okay.
much.
Okay, okay, great, great. So you cracked this NABARD exam in very first attempt, but we are very clear that it's not the 1 year of your hard work for the NABARD. It's basically your 5 to 6 years that the struggle, the failures, the stress situations that you have undergone, and finally, in the very first attempt, you cleared this NABARD exam. So when did you decide that okay, I'm not able to clear the UPSC path, so let's go for the NABARD because NABARD is also providing a very good platform, right? When did you decide this?
So first 3 years, I was in the cycle prelims, mains, and again the next prelims and all that. So I was not able to look into any other examination. But the last two prelims, I was not able to clear continuously. And
Hmm.
when I analyzed, it was my stress factor, fear factor that I was not able to get through prelims. So I thought I want to have if I'm only that confidence part is lacking, so I want to try some other examination. And since NABARD this time, it was merit section had did not have aptitude and reasoning, I thought that would be in my favor,
Correct.
so that turned into my favor. So that's why I was able to do that.
Okay, so you decided in 2020, that I'll go with the NABARD exam also.
Yes, so only after the notification, I decided I'm going to write this examination.
Okay, okay, great. And what about the other exams? Did you appear for RBA also, some EPFO exams also, or just UPSC CAC or and NABARD?
As a UPSC Civil Service Examination and Tamil Nadu Public Service Examination, I was writing mains
Mhm.
simultaneously. And RBA only for the forthcoming RBA, I've applied. Previously, I have not given attempt to that.
Okay, okay. So very, very important question that is coming in front of you is after clearing NABARD, what was your parents' reaction, right? Because possibly if you are working since so long, you've been working since so long and preparing for the competitive exam, obviously your parents, they've been supporting a lot. What was your parents' reaction that time?
Yes, so my parents and my sister, especially, they were really supportive for me for the long time, and they were really happy about it. They see me working every time, and since I got a success, they are really happy about it.
Okay, okay, great. So now, what is your plan of action? You still have any CSC attempt left?
Yes, sir, I have one more attempt.
Okay, okay, great. So obviously, best wishes to you. Just go for that
Thank you.
aim also. And let's
Yes.
talk about the strategy for phase one. So what are the book list as well as the strategy that you followed for clearing the phase one?
So for phase one examination, to orient myself from civil service to this NABARD examination, I used the previous year question papers. So I learned how, what else should I focus other than my usual preparation for civil service examination. So I found to give more emphasis on years, the amount of budget allocated, and some specific facts that I usually don't concentrate while preparing for civil service examination. So from the previous year question papers, I got that insights, and that was the only thing I did other than my routine preparation for UPSC exam.
Okay, and what about the current affairs you covered? From what sources you have covered? Did you read the newspaper? You
Yes,
making?
sir, I keep reading newspaper and I make notes, and along with that, some standard current affairs compilation materials that I usually follow.
Okay,
So I followed the same thing,
okay,
but I had focus on things that NABARD usually concentrates. Along with that, annual report, the front part of the annual report from. So I thought we'll get questions from that. So I added certain things like that.
okay, okay. And what was your optional in CSC?
So that was Tamil literature.
Tamil literature.
Yeah.
So how you prepared for the agriculture rural development subject? Possibly you have read a lot about the economic and social issues, but what about the ARD subjects you covered?
Yes, sir. For agriculture and rural development, for descriptive type, what I did was I kept the syllabus and prepared every topic of the syllabus. That is what I did for descriptive. But for objective, I found it a little bit difficult, since especially the animal husbandry part and all that was completely new. For that, I watched few videos, and some I got help from few of my friends preparing with agriculture optional. But that was a minor part. So I thought, even if it is for one or two questions from that part, I can manage with other areas. Like, so I strengthened economy, social issues, and agriculture part, which I learned for UPSC preparation.
Hmm.
So that is what I did. But for descriptive, I took the syllabus and prepared uh, answers for I made a guess of what sort of questions can be asked, and I prepared answers for.
Okay, so let's come to phase two, right? So when you realize that when you got to know that you've cleared the phase one, now then you decided let's go for the phase two with full of my efforts, right? So how was your strategy for phase two?
So for phase two examination, I completely relied on the syllabus
Hmm.
of the for descriptive type uh, in agriculture and rural development and economic and social issues. So syllabus was the key for me. And for English part, I kept practicing. So in UPSC Civil Service, essay rating will take around 1,500 words, but here it's around it is less. So I practiced accordingly, and letter writing, process writing, I just a normal a Word document, and I kept practicing. I with word count, I found my word limits, and a normal spell check Grammarly app. I checked whether I'm making any spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes.
Hmm.
That was the thing I did for English part. And for the ARD part, it was the syllabus, and I kept practicing questions, possible questions. And also, I had a reference of RBA question papers, previous year question papers from for descriptive from economic side. So I just practiced that.
Okay, and how much time you used to devote for your phase two preparation?
So actually, I had a preliminary examination after UPSC preliminary examination after NABARD prelims, and I did not focus after immediately after prelims. Only after the NABARD prelims result came, I started my mains preparation. Only after the prelims result of
Hmm.
NABARD.
Hmm.
So I had 25 days, some 20 to 25 days in between. So completely, I dedicated those 25 days for NABARD preparation.
Okay, okay, right. Now let's talk about the interview. So, how you prepared for the interview stage? Did you ever give any interview for the CSC or for the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission? Uh, or this was your first interview experience for the competitive exam?
So this was my first interview. Though for prelims and mains, I had experience from civil service examination. Interview, it was completely new to me.
Mhm.
And I went through NABARD websites. That was the most thing that I focused on. And I gave all possible mock interviews that was available to me. And ABHIPEDIA team also provided a free mock interview, and I attended that. And the insights provided them by them was really useful to me. One thing I would like to mention my experience. So I after my second attempt, I started working in civil service coaching academies. I've been working in 3 different academies, and I have experience for around 3 years. But I thought I should not mention all that there, that would turn negative. So I had that feel, and I didn't do that. But during the mock interview, you specifically asked me what I've been doing after 5 years and why are you not mentioning that. You told me that you were very strong, that I believe whatever you told. So you told me they prefer people who are realistic and who get involved in some activities rather than being idle. So since you have all this, you can tell them that will only be a positive. So very similar way, my first question was after engineering, what have you been doing for 5 years? So you told me do them answer in a detailed manner so that that will be emphasis. So I did the same thing there. Had I not done that, I would have completed in a single line. I was preparing for civil service examination. So even my confidence level would have gone down in the very first question, and that would not have been a good impression. So your insights was very useful. I think that added to my marks. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, thank you. So now I would like to ask you that you appeared for the several mock interviews, right? So these mock interviews did obviously help you out for your actual interview. What was your final output, yeah, final impression about your actual interview? That did I perform my best of my abilities? Yeah, thoda sa, like I could have performed little bit better also. What was your final impression about your actual interview?
Yes, mock interviews did help me a lot because I didn't have any idea of the expected standards and from where to prepare, whether it would be as wide as an UPSC interview or we can narrow it down. So from the questions that was asked, I got an idea and I kept record of all those questions that were asked in mock interviews, and I prepared answers. That is, I streamlined my answers for those questions, all those questions that was asked. And in the real interview, that was helpful for me to have a good flow in my answers and to give answers from diverse perspective. And in the interview, I was very happy with the answers that I gave, but I was not able to make out from their expressions whether I've given an answer that they expected. So that was not clear to me. But I felt satisfied, like what the answers I gave, it was good. But we had some internet issues in between, and there was some communication gap, and there was some misinterpretation from my biodata because
Mhm.
of that communication gap due to internet connectivity. Other than that, I felt good. I was satisfied with what I did.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, Pavitra, I congratulate you once again. You it is all your efforts and your hard work and your parents' blessing, parents' support that you finally got selection in this NABARD, and wish you all the very best of luck. Any final words to all these aspirants who are preparing for NABARD or the UPSC aspirants? Any motivational thing or anything that you're in the final stage of this interaction?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Out of what I experienced, I would like to tell my fellow UPSC aspirant friends that like after trying 2 or 3 attempts, and if you're not able to get into UPSC civil service, let's have other career options also, especially NABARD, since the merit section is very favorable for UPSC aspirants. We can definitely give a try, and since we practice a lot of mains answer writing, the descriptive part is also easy. So many of us are not aware of NABARD, and we think it is more of banking. So we consider it with other banking exams, and we may not attempt it. But I really want to tell my friends that this UPSC aspirants can really do this NABARD exam also very well.
Hmm.
So please try that. It will definitely give us confidence, and even that will help you to crack UPSC civil service examinations and further attempts. So I just want my friends, I didn't try this so far, so I don't want other friends to do the same mistake. So please do try this, and you will definitely realize we can do that.
Okay, so next time we'll be having an interactive session once again. But at that time, possibly you'll clear the UPSC CSC also. So we would love to invite you for that thing also, right?
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Pavitra. Thank you.